Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Oh, my goodness. It has been a rough day. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness. How are y'all? Southern Ohio Prepping. Thank you for coming. Miss Pat Skilton. I love her. Love her. Hey, Mickey. Congratulations. Oh, my gosh. Hey, Adam. How are you doing? Hey, Suze. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Holy cow. Is it the weekend yet? That's all I need to know if it's the weekend. I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of you, Mickey. Oh my goodness. That's fantastic. I probably have. Hey, living and learning life. Oh my gosh. It's so good to see you here. Yeah. One more day. One more day. If I can just make it, it'll be fine. Without killing somebody. Just saying. um, I was going to tell you, Mickey, I haven't talked to you in a bit, but I have probably another 6 weeks to go, and I'm going to test for the instructor certification for the AAPC. So if I get that, if I pass, then I can teach the curriculum to become a certified coder. So I'm pretty excited about that. And it's the last certification. I know I said that before, but it's the last one that I'm going to even attempt to get because I don't want any more. It's enough. It's enough. Yeah. Oh, Adam has to work over the next 3 nights. Oh, 3 weddings? Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap. It's just a trap. Yep. Oh my goodness. So, Miss Pat, how are you doing over there in Birmingham, Alabama? Are you okay over there? Living and learning life. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? I hope everything is well with you. Oh, threads and jars. Yay. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. For sure. I know. All certified up. All certified up. Don't need no more certifications. Holy macaroni. I don't need any more certifications. Yep. 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 So they're trying to, the facility that I work with is trying to negotiate, right? Um, if I present the curriculum for being a certified coder, which is what I started out doing, right? Um, they're trying to negotiate an additional pay for um, each class or each CEU that I present. They're trying to negotiate an additional payment for that because anybody can give you their knowledge, but if it's not certified, then it's not necessarily credible, right? So they're trying to say, oh, we'll arrange to have additional reimbursement for that. Okay, well, let me see the numbers. That's what I want. Oh, nice. Living and learning. I'm glad. I hope everything is okay. Typing is difficult. Yeah, I feel you on that. Thank you, Threads and Jars. Thank you so much. Certified nut. You are. You are a certified nut. Oh my goodness. Crazy, crazy. That's it. That's it, Adam. Show me the money. Yeah. Or else I'm going to keep my knowledge to myself. It's like, I don't know nothing about that. I don't have a clue. Yep. Absolutely. So the topic, the topic that I had for tonight was gardening tips for June. And let me tell you why I made that my topic, right? Because I don't even have a garden. Like, we haven't been able to get a garden planted yet. So I'm giving gardening tips and I don't even have a garden. What? Yeah. But the reason why I called my live stream that is because I was looking. I've ordered my first raised bed for here on the property in Arkansas. So I was trying to research what you can plant in the month of June. I feel like I have missed everything. I've missed the mark on everything. So I was trying to research, okay, is it too late for this? Is it too late for that? Because I'm so far behind, right? So I was trying to research what I could actually plant in the garden. Oh, I know Threads and Jars. That was a joke. Yeah. Yeah. I'm already sunk as far as this facility goes. They know that, they know. So it's no way I can get out of it. Yeah. I had a provider meeting today, and she wanted to do such and such and such and such, right? And I'm like, no, you can't do that. But I have this article. That says you can. Where's it from? Well, it's from North Carolina. That's not where you are. So you got to look at the state that you're in. Yeah, you can't do that. Anyway, so I was in the process of writing up a whole long, lengthy explanation of, just because it's done in California does not mean it can be done where you are, right? It's all, anyway, it's a big old mess. But I'll handle it. That's what I do. Oh, good to know, Miss Pat, because talking about plants, right? I was looking up what can be planted in June in Arkansas, and okra was not listed. So, I thought, okay, am I completely behind? Have I missed completely planting okra? Because I likes it, Hey, Kathleen, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Yep. Absolutely. So I didn't see okra on the list for Arkansas for the month of June, because I told Josh, I said, if I don't get my raised beds in, either to go pick them up, right, or order them to have them delivered, then I'm not going to have a garden. I'm not going to have anything this year. All the rain and all the work, trying to get this place livable, it takes a lot out of you. And then on top of that, studying for the exam that I'm about to take, and then maintaining my job. Yeah. So I don't get invited to leave. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, the Colorado Rocky Mountains. Holy smokes. I bet it's beautiful there. Yeah. Pumpkins, cucumbers, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, carrots. Y'all know cauliflower. Holy crap. And cabbage. So here's a question. And let me throw out there, if anybody wants to join me on the panel, you're more than welcome. I will put a link in the chat and you can jump up here with me. I don't have a problem with that. So, cabbage, right? I was watching a video. I was trying to find if you could home can cabbage. I love Brussels sprouts and I love cabbage. Now, I know that cabbage is not one of those items that is approved for home canning unless it's sauerkraut. Okay. Well, I'm one of those sushi is still baked kind of people. And I don't care for sauerkraut, right? But I thought, if it could be canned, pressure canned, and put on the shelf as shelf stable, I could get down with some of that because I like cabbage. Yeah, I know. Fermented, yeah. Yeah. I was watching y'all know my memory fails me. Anyway, I was watching somebody and they actually did pressure can regular cabbage, even though it's not recommended by the FDA. Okay. And they said that when they got it canned, the sulfur taste was stronger home canned, and they didn't like it after it was canned. So, I'm wondering, and I'm hard headed, right? I'm hard headed. I may do a load just to see how it's going to turn out and see if I like the flavor after it's canned or if it's too strong. Because the person that I was watching canned it up, it sealed fine. They chopped it up and put it in their jar and put it in their pressure canner, and they canned it for, I want to say 35 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. Yes, Kathleen, yes. I like cabbage and Brussels sprouts. I love them. So they canned it for 55 minutes and at 10 pounds of pressure, and they said that the flavor was too strong. So, yeah. Fired, yes. Canned, nope. Fired cabbage? How do you fire a cabbage? Like grilled? Is that what you mean? Well, I don't know, Threads and Jars. And I've seen, there's several videos, people doing it, but I think it's one of those things that you just have to try it and see if you like the flavor, because the person that I was watching, and it's a credible source, right? Oh, fried. I got you. and it's a credible source that I was watching. So, the candidate didn't like the strong flavor. Yeah, fried cabbage is awesome. Awesome stuff. Yeah. I like that a lot. But, here in the South, there's no way that I could store it long term. I could freeze dry it. Absolutely, I could freeze dry it. And I may experiment with that too, It may not, it may crumble kind of when it's freeze dried, but I definitely absolutely have the ability to test that and see how it turns out. So that may be something that I give a try and see how I like it. Yep. And if it's something that could be preserved, and put in a Mylar bag, I don't have to worry about sharp edges, with a Mylar bag. That's a good question, Adam. I haven't seen anybody dehydrate cabbage. I'm sure you could. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with dehydrating it. But since I have the freeze dryer. I may play with that and see how it turns out. Yeah, and that may be something to play with too. Fried with bacon. Everything's good with bacon. Everything is good with bacon. Yes. Everything is good. Yeah. So, I've been trying to figure out what I can plant. I ordered my, I told Josh, I said, I'm going to have to order my raised beds because I'm going to run out of time, and neither one of us have, when you go to the local big box store, right? Yeah, they don't have, raised beds in stock, like in the local big box store, right? Hey, Elmast, freezing is a good idea too. If I had the space for that. But I don't have the space for freezing at this time. I may at some time in the future, if I can snag another freezer. But at this point, I don't have the space. I don't have a space to freeze it. You have been looking like crazy for bacon. Bacon seeds? Cattle trough, big tubs. Yep. Yeah, I may play with that, SOP. Seeds, I got you. Right. Yeah. I found some of those the other day. So y'all know that all I have here is Josh, right? I think she was talking about bacon seeds, Kathleen. So if I were to get something along the lines of bacon seeds, bacon bits running around, it would have to be a breed that I could handle by myself. Because and this is going to sound pessimistic. Lumber seeds. Oh my goodness. Too funny. But as soon as you depend on somebody, right, something happens. So it would need to be a breed of bacon bit that I would be able to handle by myself. So you've got to prepare and be realistic, about your capabilities. I'm not physically able to handle a big, huge 400-pound boar. I just can't do it, Same thing with those freaking goats that I had back in the day. Oh my God, they would knock me down and just, they were mean. So goats is not something that I'm particularly fond of. So, you gotta look at your limitations realistically and not have rose-colored glasses on. Oh yes, it'll be wonderful, it'll be fabulous, and then get kicked on your butt. So, but I've been looking at bacon bits as well. Not a bunch, but maybe 3 to start with. I don't know about guinea pigs, Elmast. I don't know about guinea pigs. I don't know about. I've heard of people raising potbelly pigs. I don't think I want a potbelly pig. It needs to either be a small breed like a kuni or some something along those lines that I can handle by myself, right? And be able to load and unload and take to the processor and blah, blah, blah. Hey, Deborah E., how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah. So I'm thinking about that as well. But I was, Mrs. I'm the Shite, she's doing fabulous, darling. Fabulous. She's got a lot more hair this time, Yeah. Pot-bellied pigs are house pets. Not so much in this house. I've seen them in houses. But yeah, no. No. Yeah. But I told Josh, I said, I got to get my garden underway because it is ticking right along. And all my spare time, is either spent trying to straighten out a muddy mess, right? Or studying the next module in the chapter. I'm like, I'm sick of studying. I've had my enough. Yeah, rabbits is okay. So rabbits are interesting. Thank you, Miss Pat. This is what happens when you don't go get it cut. It just keeps on going. Yeah. When I was in Louisiana, the nice thing about chicken, beef, and pork is that you can buy them easily. Well, you can in some places. Some places that may become difficult as time goes on. But I had rabbits in Louisiana, and I had the silver fox breed of rabbit. They are huge. They are big rabbits. And the reason I got those big rabbits is because I wanted them for meat. Well, come to find out, I didn't care that much for rabbit meat. Not to say that in a, food shortage type of scenario that rabbit wouldn't be a good thing to have, although it would be not my first choice in what to fix, what to eat, because I don't care that much for rabbit. I can eat it in a pinch, but my preference is not rabbit. That being said, 1 or 2 or maybe 3 rabbits for the fertilizer is an excellent idea. But to raise them for meat, I don't prefer to raise them for meat. Yeah, I don't like them that good. But anyway, I'm trying to get my plan in order. Yeah. In a pressure cooker or slow cooker. Yeah. Tasty broth, absolutely. I mean, it can be made, palatable. It's just not my preference. I've raised meat birds before, and I like chicken. I like chicken, and I like pork, and I like venison. So, yeah, there's a place for rabbits, and I think in my particular situation, they would be for fertilizer, not for a meat source. I think, like I said, their benefit to me would be more of a fertilizer, you know. I did, Miss Pat, I did, but Josh said boards were too expensive right now. So he told me that that would not be a wise choice at this time. Hey, New Orleans Gardener, how are you, Linda? Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you. One of the more prominent gardeners that I know, New Orleans Gardener. Yep. Has a fabulous place. Yeah. Rabbits. You know. I just don't like rabbit that good. I am doing good. I am doing good, Linda. Thank you very much. So the plastic ones, Mickey, I haven't saw the plastic ones yet. I did see the concrete edge, the square concrete things, that you could put the board in to build a raised bed. But Josh threw a fit about that because he said, Mama, have you seen the price of lumber lately? I'm like, no, because I don't go to the lumber department. Anyway, yeah, rolling my eyes. Yeah. So he suggested to think of something else to do, you know. And I told him I would do the metal, you know, the metal beds, with like the corrugated tin or whatever, and I would go that route. Yeah, you know, Adam, I went and looked the last time that I went through to try to see if I could find old pallets around this here Podunk town, and there's none. I couldn't find any anywhere. I don't know if they're being, you know, scoffed up as soon as they're put out, or maybe if there's a hidden, you know, a hidden jewel somewhere, and I just haven't found it yet. And I'll continue to look and see because I bought one of those pallet pullers a while back. Well, it was before I left Louisiana, right? Hey, Sandra, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. That I could use to take the pallet apart, but I haven't been able to find pallets anywhere. People are scarfing up pallets for firewood. Yeah, you know, I've actually burned pallets before when I was in Louisiana in my wood stove. But I was looking for them to build raised beds out of, you know, and I haven't been able to find any yet. Yep. Oh, nice. Mickey, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Those are gorgeous raised beds. Holy cow. Are they, Linda? Lucky. Yep. Mickey's got some fabulous raised beds, y'all. Mickey, can I show the picture? Yeah. Sorry about that, Adam. Zoom in on the corners. Let me see. Yep. Oh, you found plastic ones? Yeah. I saw those in concrete. Oh, I can? Awesome. Let me show y'all this picture. Now let me show y'all this picture this woman sent me. I'm so jealous. Let me see. Get my stinking phone to work. Can y'all see that? I don't know how clear my camera is. That is gorgeous. And she said zoom in on the corners. So I don't know if you can see that or not. You see that right there? It's one of those plastic containers or plastic things that you put the boards in. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Nice. That's fantastic. Such a good idea. Yeah. But anyway, Josh threw a fit when I asked him about Adam, really? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Podunk is one of them. It's one of them things. That man, he don't know what to think about the way I talk, you know? Yeah, I saw him in concrete, like the cinder block, Kathleen. But I haven't seen them in plastic. So that's awesome. Yep. Yep. But anyway, I don't know. Awesome, Deborah. Awesome. I don't know. I feel like I've missed so much. I'm so far behind. I thought surely, when we got to Josh's property in Tennessee that we was going to have a garden and everything was going to be fine. And, by this time I'd be canning vegetables. Well, the good Lord had other plans for me. Yeah. That's a good idea too, Kathleen. Although I haven't seen any, old barns or whatever. The guinea pigs, Elmast. I haven't seen guinea pigs raised for meat. That'd be interesting. But anyway, I'm not throwing in the towel, right? It just may take me a little longer. It's sometimes it's easy to get overwhelming when you don't have a crew behind you. Poor Josh, y'all. I'm not kidding. That poor boy, I work him like a barred mule. Yep. Every time something happens, Josh, this is not working. Could you come over here? Josh. If he starts screening my calls, it's not going to surprise me. Yeah. It's not the pets. Okay. I'll have to check that out, Elmast, and see. They're easy to raise. Oh, okay. I will check that out, Mickey. Thank you very much. Hey, let me copy that while I'm at it. How about that? Let me copy that link. That way I can open it and have it ready at some point. That would be good. Thank you, Mickey. Yep. But I feel better, like maybe there's a light at the end of the tunnel, with all of the things that have been thrown at me lately. I feel like the course that I'm taking for the certification is coming closer and closer to being over. And I feel like that's a major hurdle. So I would like to be ready to actually get my life back once that is done, And, You never know. There may be another YouTube channel created that is specific to coding education. You know, you never know. Yeah, I know, Kathleen. Sometimes, though, holy cow, it's frustrating. It's frustrating sometimes. Golly. Yep. But especially on the coding certification and the classes, especially if there is a contract worked out with the facility that I work for, where we reach an agreeable reimbursement for the subject matter, right? There may be another YouTube channel come out that's totally separate from this one, totally business related, you know, for the education and certification that I do every day. That's what I do for a living. So what do you do for a living? I argue with doctors all day long, all day. That's what I do. You know, I had one tell me, you have the cutest accent. I'm like, I don't have an accent. I don't have an accent. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Well, you know, they're in Ohio, the ones that I talk to. So they're talking to me down here and they're like, you have the cutest accent. I'm like, no, I don't. Anyway, it was funny. But yeah. So if I'm doing it all day, every day, and, you know, the curriculum that I create anyway, it has to be done anyway. If it goes on a YouTube channel that's totally unrelated to my Discover Sustainable, you never know. You might see it out there somewhere floating around. Yep. But I will feel better when I'm done with this and can actually have a life and be able to breathe. You know, I mentioned that in the video that I put out about my ham radio. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm not kidding. There are some strong personalities out there when it comes to, you know, a short, chubby, blonde chick in Arkansas talking about ham radio. There are some dudes that like to flex their muscles, you know, in their mouth. I just couldn't believe it. Yeah. Yeah. There's some strong attitudes out there, you know, and I don't know if it's because I'm a woman and I'm talking about stuff like that, or I don't know. Anyway, it didn't faze me in the least. I just clicked delete. Anyway, yeah. But not before I sent them a message and told them, thank you for your 2 cents, you know, which don't mean diddly, but thanks anyway. So it was funny. It was very interesting, but I'm like, it's just your opinion, you know, be strong. And if you don't like, and if you don't like it, move along. It's not that big of a deal, you know. But I don't know. You never know where that attitude is coming from, you know. It takes all kinds, y'all. It takes all kinds. Yep. Anyway, the whole topic of tonight was supposed to be about gardening in the month of June. And, you know, is anybody besides Linda, New Orleans Gardener, dropping seeds right now? I love how she says that. I'm going to drop some seeds. What you dropping, Miss Linda? Is she still in here? I need to keep up with her. and see what seeds she's dropping. I did see that. Thank you, Miss Pat. Thank you so much. I did see that, snap beans and corn, sweet potatoes and squash, those things could be planted in the month of June. It didn't say anything about okra for Arkansas, but I can tell you freeze-dried okra is fantastic. Fantastic. And, I can can that as well. But I may play with the freeze-drying on the cabbage and just see how it turns out. Because I don't have anything in the freeze-dryer right now. So that would be interesting to see how it turns out. Yeah. Sandra, I did tell Josh the way, and it may seem like it's tinfoil hatty or whatever, but the way the weather changes or has changed so much, it's the bomb diggity. It is going to become more and more beneficial to plant in a greenhouse. Now, hear me out, right? Whenever you, since spring hit here, the rains have been a lot, right? I mean, there has been rain, so much rain, and everybody's plants are suffering from the rain. Well, when you plant in a greenhouse, they're protected from the rain. Even if you raise the sides of the greenhouse up and so they can get ventilation or whatever, they're still protected from the rain. So now, with it being June, it's going to get over into the hot part of the summer. Okay? The shade cloth over the top of the greenhouse, I think, is going to be a good idea, because then it also protects your plants from burning up in the sun. So it's interesting how the weather has changed in the last few years, and it seems to be the planting season has gotten later and later and later, Don't forget the farmers market. And yeah, right, Miss Pat. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I meant, Sandra. The way the planting season has gotten later and later. And I think Southern Ohio Prepping mentioned something about this in his live stream, how the seasons are kind of changing. And I think that, the further that it goes, the more necessary a greenhouse is going to be to grow your own food. I'm not totally opposed to having a greenhouse, even if it's a small one, right? Because I don't need a whole freaking slew of food. I just don't, I just think that, if you're able to produce extra food, that it's a good thing, because you can always help other people, Yes, Miss Pat, I agree with you. And even if it's a simple one with nothing more than cattle panels and a frame, and a plastic, the plastic to go over it. I'm not talking about one of those fancy smancy ones that cost lots of money, just cattle panels and some plastic, just to keep the weather off of your garden especially during the rainy season. And it seems to me like the rainy season is getting worse and worse every year. And then it goes straight from, now this is crazy, it goes straight from being god awful cold, right, to automatically springtime. Then when it turns springtime, it starts raining and rain and rain and rain and rain. All of your plants are suffering from so much water. And then it'll go straight from rain, 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 straight to midsummer, midsummer hot. And then you don't have time in between to get your growing established if you don't do it, under protection and protect your plants somehow. What do I do for a living? I try to figure out how to stay on a live stream. Oh, did you get kicked off, Threads and Jars? I'm so sorry. Avoid doctors and relish the peace in my life. Absolutely. Absolutely. And enjoying the people you meet. Hallelujah, sister. Hallelujah. The cattle panels and heavy plastic are good ideas. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be, this huge ordeal, even if it's something simple that you can do just to protect your plants, from all the rain. There's plenty of water. Plenty of water. Here, especially. I mean, we've gotten rain just about every stinking day. Every once in a while, we get, 2 days with no rain. But so far, every couple of days, it's rained. So there is no shortage of water here. And I think, it's just my opinion, Oh, okay. Yeah, alien space. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you've made your way back. I'm glad you did. But I think the crops are going to suffer with all the rain that we've had here. And then it's going to go directly from having so much rain to being so hot. And I just think, even a simple greenhouse may be beneficial, So, but hopefully, I can get something started to where I can have some veggies growing. Yeah. I'm going to my daughter's this weekend, and she's got, I don't know if y'all remember my big stock tank that I had in Louisiana. She has my big stock tank at her house. I'm going to get that and bring it back here. And I would love to be able to have something growing in it next week. That would be fabulous. Yeah. That's just, personal goal that I have. But, yeah. So whenever I get done with this test, hopefully I'll be able to do a lot more live streams. That would be fun. Because I stopped doing so much work. When I took on this test, and it's become overwhelming. Yes, stock tank, yes. I'm going to stop doing so much work after work is over. You've got to draw a line somewhere, I can't give them all the time that they want, because I lose myself in the process. So that's going to be coming to an end, and hopefully I'll be able to do more live streams than once a week, right? I'll be done testing, and then I can come hang out more. I'm looking forward to it. Yep. So I did ask Josh. Josh is such a butt. I'm just going to tell y'all, he's just a butt. I don't know where he gets it from. I just don't know. I'm just going to throw that out there that I don't know where he gets it from. But I did ask him, did he want to come on the live stream and talk? And he said, no, I ain't got no interest in that in the live stream. Like, Hank Harriet. Hank Harriet, get on out of here. Yeah. Yeah, he's a butt. Just going to put it out there. So, but hopefully I can do more live streams because I like doing it, you know. I like yakking, being a yacky doodle. Yep. You prefer to live stream, Sandra? That's good to know. Yep. You grow in raised beds and containers, and my plants' leaves are so yellow from too much rain. Yes, that is, I mean, that's kind of my point, you know, with all the rain. It's crazy. Yeah. That's true, Threads and Jars. I haven't heard from Bumblebee Junction since I got back or since I left Tennessee, so I don't know about that, Adam. Hey, Linda, how are you? Send rain to California. Yes, you can definitely have some rain. I would send you all of it because we've had plenty. Plenty. Yeah, SOP, you know a thing or two about live streams? I bet you do. Yep. I'm kind of excited to be done with this part of it and move on to more fun things. More fun. I told Josh, you know, I was looking, I didn't tell Josh, I kind of asked Josh his opinion on the bacon bits that I found. And he, you know, he said whatever, doesn't matter to him. So, that's me, Sandra. That is me. Yep. But getting them set up, you know, I would need his help, and we'll see how it goes. You know, I'm kind of torn about the breed that I was looking at. They're pricey. I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of pricey. Do I want to take the plunge and go that expensive? Or do I want to go with a less expensive breed? Maybe bigger, but less expensive. I don't know. I'll have to give it some thought. But I think that's in my future. Yep. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Absolutely. Well, I know that I didn't get very technical into the June gardening tips, but I was hoping to have more discussion about that, but I kind of went on a tear there for a minute. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, Adam, those kids, if they appreciate the knowledge, you know, that is good. That's amazing, because there are a lot of younger people that have no respect for the knowledge that's coming their way, you know, and it aggravates me sometimes. But, you know, hopefully the useless knowledge that I have in my head, I can pass down to my kids, and they appreciate it and take it in, and then pass it to their kids, you know. But it doesn't always happen that way. Some people are not appreciative. So, Mickey, so the breed that I was looking at was Kune Kune. And then I did find and let me see if I can remember, a Berkshire Hereford breed. So I've never heard of a Hereford breed of pig. I always thought Herefords were cows, right? And then I started researching, and there actually is a Hereford pig breed. So I was looking at two different breeds. One was the Kune Kune, and those are the smaller pigs. And then the ones that I was looking at was a cross between, they were a cross of Berkshire Hereford pigs. And they were bigger but less expensive. So, you know, do I want to take the plunge and go with a Kune Kune? Or do I want to reserve some of those, go with a less expensive breed and maybe get a bigger one? So that's just something I have to think about, you know. Turn my air back on. Yep. I'll have to make that decision and decide which way I'm going to go. Yep. So if y'all had your choice and between those two different kinds of pigs, I know most of you have probably heard of the Kune Kune, right? It's the smaller breed, and they eat veggies and not so much grain, but they're pricey. Would you go with the smaller breed that's more expensive, or the lesser breed that's a little bigger? What do you think? Because at this point, I don't know, you know. Absolutely, Sandra. Absolutely. We all need to give thanks to our military gals and guys. Hey, Mary Beth, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Deborah said she would go with the bigger breed. Yeah. Yeah. And to be honest with you, Mickey, you know, yeah, I don't know how big the Hereford gets. Adam, I've decided to keep my eye out for a German Shepherd. You know, my daughter calls me or send me messages every other day or so. You know, so and so's got this dog, so and so's got that dog. Well, I don't want just any dog. You know, I don't like. Not that I don't like them. I would prefer a larger dog than a smaller dog. Hey, Patty. How are you, lady? I'm glad to see you here. So I decided to keep my eye out for a German Shepherd. And I want to get one that is a puppy, no more than, 4 months maybe, so that I can raise it, and I will have a long time with it, That's kind of what I've decided on the dog thing is a German Shepherd. I don't think I don't think my heart would be able to take another chocolate lab. You know, I just can't. So I think that's what I've decided to do with the dog. And one will come up eventually, you know. But I've had people send me messages with poodles and Yorkies, and I'm not a small dog type of person, you know. I need a big dog. Yep. Yep. Oh no. Back to New York. Hopefully you can get out of there soon because there's bad up there. I'm just saying. Yeah. Hurry up and get out of that place, Patty. Yeah. Yeah, I was watching in that video that I posted about the ham radio, and Callie's walking around and all that, and I'm like, man, why'd I watch this, man? But it's okay. She'll be in a lot of my videos because she was my partner in crime. Yep. Hey, Creative Redundancy, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. I was just about to get ready to wrap up this chat so that everybody can go about their Thursday evening. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you get out of New York City quickly, Patty, and get back to the sane part of the world. Yeah. Nothing against New Yorkers, right? I just have New York's not one of my favorite places. Oh, it's fine, Creative Redundancy. I appreciate you very much for stopping in. Absolutely. All right, y'all. I am going to wrap this chat up, and I appreciate every one of you that have come to hang out with me on this very dreary Thursday. And hopefully you will join me next week, and we have another great time together. And I appreciate every one of you. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great week, a great weekend. Be safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.